Welcome everyone to another episode of Slasher Scotty. I am your host, Scotty McCoy, and boy, do I have a surprise for all of you. I have on Zoom with me right now Anthony Creek, and he played Brad in Clown in the Woods. Hey Brad, hey Brad, hey Anthony, how you doing?
Hello, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Not too
Glad to
bad.
have you on. I'm so glad to have you on. I know we had this plan for a couple of months ago or so, about a month or so. So here we are. And I
Yeah,
thought the
about a
interview
month
was
ago.
yesterday, and with everything being all hectic yesterday, my mind was boggled. So here we are doing it today, of course, the right day.
Yeah, you text me, you're like, "Oh, we can't do the interview today." I'm like, "Huh?" I'm like, "The interview's the 13th." I'm looking at my calendar. I'm like, "Am I fucking up something?" Or
I
so I'm like,
know,
"No,
and
we'd have it tomorrow."
and I knew the interview was the 13th, but for whatever reason, I was thinking yesterday was the 13th. My internet was screwing up pretty much all day as well. It's like, oh my goodness. And it started around like 6:30, it started messing up, and it came back around 7:45-ish is when I got the text that my Xfinity is back up. But here we are. And the first question I do got for you is, how did you get your start into acting?
Uh, how did I get started in it, or
Yeah,
how did I start to actually think I wanted to be an actor?
both. Let's do both.
Okay. Well, how I wanted to be an actor is the fact that I've loved movies and I always
Mhm.
thought it was very interesting on what they did and the different
Mhm.
characters. And I love, like, obviously, like, I like watching Ryan Reynolds, I like
Mhm.
watching Ben Stiller and seeing all the different roles they play. It
Mhm.
was very interesting. And then as I grew, and not including when I was a kid, I was a very big character. Like, I used to run around. My mom would tell me all the time. My mom would bring me to the store and ask me what I want to wear. So as a kid, I would run into my room and I would put on either my Batman suit or my Power Ranger suit, obviously the White Ranger Tommy.
Nice. Nice.
And I would wear those suits constantly. Like my mom would have
Awesome.
to like pry them off my body. So I was
Nice.
always a character. I was loved being goofy because obviously it's just
Yeah.
a fun way to live, just being
Yeah.
goofy and being funny.
It really is.
And when I was 14, my mom, like, for some reason, she got like, she knew about this hair convention coming up in Buffalo.
Mhm.
So she took me to the hair convention because I was like, in that time, I was skateboarding. So I had long
Nice.
hair. It was probably
Nice.
down to like here and it was like all flowing that way. And she got me into a hair model. So I went to do the hair modeling and they loved me. So I
Nice.
went to I actually modeled for Joico and they dyed my
Oh,
hair and
nice.
they cut it and I was
Nice.
on stage and it's so funny because every
Nice.
time I hear the song, we had to walk on the stage for what is it, Justin Timberlake, "Sexy Back."
Nice.
So it was just it's hilarious every time I hear that song, which I will say I love doing that too. The reason why I did that was because I wanted my first skateboard when I was 13.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
that was the money that paid for my skateboard when I was first trying to skateboard. But after that, when I was on stage, I loved it. I wanted more of
Mhm.
it, and
Yeah.
like I wanted more of. I like being a character. I like
Mhm.
acting. So
Yeah.
I would love to get into it. And oh, uh, brain loss, brain fart. I forgot what I was going to
I can picture you though going with I'm
say.
sexy back.
Like
Like, I'm
no,
sexy
oh,
back.
type deal. Like it was the hair. Like, do you ever seen AFI after the album of like Silver and Cold when they went to
Yes.
Miss Murder and stuff?
Yep.
I had that hair doing Miss Murder, but they
Nice.
had like brown, copper, and red in it, so it all went
Nice.
down to the side like this. It was cool, but it took them a lot to dye my hair. I had to go through a lot of sessions because
Mm,
I guess my hair didn't want to take the color because it's like
right.
thick and everything. So I had to do a lot of coloring.
Mhm.
But I was going to say too, when I was in sixth grade, I had to do a play, and it was only me on stage, and it was about a leprechaun. I don't remember what the script was, but I had to do like a whole like it was like 3 pages of a poem, and I dressed
Right.
in like green tights with like a
Yeah.
little leprechaun. And of course, I'm only 5'7", so I'm short as
Yeah.
shit on the stage, like a little leprechaun. But I enjoyed that too. I actually did that really good, and
Nice.
I don't know. I guess because I didn't go to the right school, I didn't really keep it as a profession because I didn't go to performing arts. I ended up going to South Park, so I didn't really keep up with it. But as I got older, I wanted to do it more, and I moved to New York City probably 6 years ago, 7 years
Nice.
ago. I moved to Manhattan, and I tried to get into acting more.
Hmm.
And I end up meeting this one guy at a laundromat somehow. Don't ask me how. I'm a very friendly person. I talk to everyone. So I end up meeting this one person, John, at a laundromat, and he told me that he knew this one lady, Eve, and she was a casting director for a movie, and I went to go do it, but I had to speak Mandarin.
Ooh.
Yeah, you can tell how that went. Obviously, that didn't happen. So,
Only imagine.
so after that, it was just kind of like a bummer, but it was more of like that. It kick started that fire in my ass to like,
Right.
okay, I need to get something now. So when I came back from New York City after living there for 2 years, I end up like looking on casting calls for, I think it's Buffalo Casting Calls, and Adrian posted something about Clowns in the Woods, and I was like, okay, let's try it out. And I messaged him. He messaged me right back. He's like, oh, I have a perfect person you could be. You're gonna be this guy Brad. And I'm like, okay, that's fine with me. And then that's how it started. My first
Awesome.
acting role ever, I got, it was 84 pages, and well, everyone, it's out now, so I end up dying in the movie. Da, da, da. Obviously, I'm a bully, so they do
Yeah.
die. I end up dying at page, I think like 56 or 58,
Nice.
and I had like paragraphs of lines, and I'm just like, when he sent it to me, I'm looking, I'm like, this is really big for a first role. Like, how the hell am I gonna do this? Like,
Yeah, I know that feeling. I have paragraphs coming up for heavy duty, man, and I'm trying to figure out how the hell am I going to memorize some of these lines.
well, I did mechanics at the time, and what I would do is I would keep it on my phone, and I would keep my phone in front of my face, like right here when I'm like cranking the wrench on something, and I would
Nice.
read the line, and then I would look down and I would read the line as I'm doing it. If I forgot a word, I'd look up real quick and look back down
Nice.
to try to get it. But
Nice.
I did that for, I will say, I'm not the best at reading and spelling. I'm
Hmm.
better at science and math in school,
Hmm.
so that's the hard part for me,
Okay.
is trying to make sure I get everything right. Like, there's a lot of times that if I read a word, I have to go to the dictionary. But I'll go in the dictionary just to get the
Yeah.
feel for it. But
Nice.
it's all work, and it's all fun and games, so I enjoy it.
Absolutely.
It's
Absolutely.
always
So,
it's always a challenge.
right. And speaking of challenges, what do you believe is the biggest challenge of being an actor?
Uh Biggest for me,
Yeah.
it's trying to I guess trying not to be my goofy self. Like, I'm a
Yeah.
person that I can snap into character like that. I noticed
Mhm.
that because I've done like 3 films already, did 4 films now, and I noticed like even I can just snap into character out of
Right.
nowhere just because it's my job. So that's
Right.
where job mode kicks in. But for me, I'm a very goofy person, so
Yep.
it's hard to be goofy with everyone else when they're trying to stick into character,
Yeah.
and I'm the person that's just like goofing around and fucking around, and then as soon as they say action, I just go, okay, I'm in mode.
Nice. Nice.
So that was
That's
hard,
awesome.
and I would say memorizing lines.
Yeah.
It is a hard one. It is. It's a hard one to get it exactly right every time, and the way
Exactly.
that they want it. Because sometimes
Yeah.
they tell you like, "Oh, put this into it," and it's just like,
Hmm.
okay, and then you kind of second thought yourself. You're like, shouldn't it kind of be like this? But to be an actor, you just kind of have to follow. So you have to
Yeah.
do what they say. So I'm okay with that. Just make it the best that you can.
Yeah. Absolutely. So, do you have like a personal a strategy or approach when like doing line memorization? Like, I know you mentioned the what the thing that
Yeah,
you look
I'll
up,
put
but
I'll usually read it, and then I'll read it so much that it burns like an image into my brain.
Mhm.
I'm better on like imaging and patterns and stuff like
Mhm.
that instead of remembering like actual lines.
Yeah.
So I'll just read it over and over and over. And it's funny too because I read decent, but I don't read as fast as other people. Like,
Yeah.
my girlfriend could read a script. Like, she read the last show script. It took me about a half an hour to read it, to actually like get it and
Yeah.
read it fluently. She read it in like fucking 5 minutes and then
Wow.
texted me. She's like, "Oh, this is a great one," and I'm just like, I'm like, yeah,
Nice.
well, just let me let me keep on working on this.
Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, I know that that like it's funny because with heavy duty man, I memorized, literally memorized pretty much 98% or so of the first 20 pages that I'm on. And I'm memorizing it for when I film on April 30th. But the funny thing is, like, maybe 2 of those pages out of the 20 are the ones that I'm filming the weekend of the 30th.
Well, I will say the good thing. I found out this for acting because I didn't know. I always watch like behind the scenes stuff like that.
Mhm.
I was never on the set.
Yeah.
They shoot certain scenes certain days.
Yep.
So I didn't have to read the whole damn script the whole
Yeah.
time and try to memorize the whole damn
Yep.
thing.
I just need to. I have the call sheet,
It
so I
was,
just got to memorize what's
yeah.
filming those dates. Yep.
Okay. And I will say, I didn't want to really say it, but I will say the hard thing for acting is the delivery.
Yeah.
If someone's not matching the same energy as you, or if they miss their line or something like that,
Yeah.
that's hard.
Yeah.
I don't like to call people out, but like some people are new. Tim, for the last show, he did awesome. For his first
Yeah.
role, he did good. And I had to loosen him up a little bit, but he did good.
Mhm.
But there are some people that I noticed that it's hard to get the
Yeah.
line out, or if someone steps on your line.
Yeah.
So it's just like, then you're kind of like looking, you're like, oh
Yeah.
shit. And then the director looks at you and gets mad. It's just like, come on, man, it's this person. Like, obviously, I was gonna say my line, but they stepped on mine and da da da.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
but you get used to it, I guess. I
Yeah.
guess it's more of the improv. That's what I love doing is the improv because
Yeah.
then you kind of just flow with it. You just make it your own scene.
Right. Absolutely. So, what films got you into wanting to be an actor, and what are your like some of your current favorite movies that are out?
Oh, that's a hard one. I can't say really a favorite movie, but I do like it's like today. I got to stay home from work today, so I got a nice enjoyable day. I cleaned the
Nice.
house and watched movies, but what did I start with today? I started off with Days and Confused
Nice.
because I Days and Confused is a great movie. I would love to
Mhm.
be in a movie that is back in the 80s with all the wear and the clothing, and
Yeah.
that's awesome. That would be cool.
Yeah.
And then what did I do? I did this is a more of a funnier one. Dane Cook, my best friend's
Mhm.
girl. I did that one today. I watched that, and then I watched another one today too. I just can't remember what I watched.
Nice.
Uh Old School. That's what I watched. I watched Old
Nice.
School.
Good movie though. Good movie.
But yeah, I guess what got me more into acting is the funny movies. Like I like watching. Oh, Waiting. I watched too. Like
Nice.
it I don't know. I just every time I see a movie or I just it's something I want to do. I already know when I look at it,
Yeah.
I want to be on the big screen. I want to do something funny. I just I don't know. It's just a passion. I can't even
Right.
really explain it. Just whenever I think about actually acting and being on a role, like it's amazing now that Clowns in the Woods had Amazon Prime.
Nice.
It really does excite me. Like right now I'm kind of immortal right now. Like
Right.
my name will live forever now. That's the
Nice.
amazing part. Like even though after I'm dead, I still have something to show for myself at least.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, do you prefer doing
And
comedy over horror then?
I like doing anything, honestly. Anything for a challenge.
Nice.
Anything that will challenge me to get better is something I
Mhm.
want to do.
Nice.
But I guess it depends more on the script itself, like how the movie is. Like
Yeah.
you can do, like I was talking to my girlfriend, you could do a movie, not saying nothing bad about it. You could do a movie like Killer Sofa or Llamageddon, which
Yeah. Yeah.
funny titles. I did watch one of them because it is just a funny title. Or you could do a good movie, like Super Bad or something like that.
Yeah.
Even each one has their own atmosphere, but
Yeah.
I guess you have to go for the good movie and the good role.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
the hardest part.
Yeah, so regarding Indiegogo crowdfunding campaigns, they're a big part of funding and supporting indie films. And of course, we know there are a couple of bad eggs that are out there. So people that might be skeptical to donate to a campaign, do you have any advice on on any advice to really give them on why maybe they should help out an indie film.
The oldest saying in the book: don't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah.
Just because the name could be bad, it can be a good movie. You never know. You just have to give everything's a risk. Everything's a chance in this world. That's the only thing that we can do. It's even as we were kids, like even playing on the playground, it's like, okay, here's the risk. Can I sit by my damn self and just mind my own business, not have friends? Or can I go over there and make myself look like an asshole and make some friends?
Absolutely.
Everything's a chance. You just gotta have to go with the flow a little bit. Absolutely. That's the reason why, that's the reason why I tell my girlfriend, like, I watched the Llamageddon movie. I did watch half of it. I went to bed halfway through because it kind of bored me, but you just got to give stuff a chance. Even if it has a stupid name, you never know how it is until you give it that chance.
Yeah, absolutely.
And supporting a campaign, honestly, it's just a good thing to support something that it's a good thing to do a good deed each day, no matter what. This whole world is going to shit, and everyone is putting out their own opinion about everything. So why not donate to something that will actually put out an opinion that will be better on us in this world, instead of putting out an opinion of stupid bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have to live with drama. We should be happy, honestly. We live in the land of the free, even though that we're only so free, but we can be living over in a goddamn other country, obeying fucking communism. Fucking kidding me? Like, just stick with what we have, be grateful for it, and don't let our world go to shit.
Yeah.
It's
absolutely.
It's good to help people. It is.
Yeah. Yeah. So the last question I do got for you, do you have any social media accounts or anything that you would like to promote or plug to the listening viewing audience?
That's a funny one. It's funny because I should be on social media a lot. I'm on Facebook. I am on Instagram. I do have a Twitter account, but I haven't signed in that in years. But no, I usually that's the hard part. It's like me trying to get into acting, and with all this stuff that goes on and all the shit that they can go in the past and get your history and shit like that. Yeah. I don't like to post anything. I'm just getting myself started, and that would be the biggest kick in my ass for me. That would be like the piss off point, is something ruined my career that I didn't ruin it myself. If I'm going to ruin my career, I better be the one who does it.
Yeah. Agreed, right?
Like, I better be the one who actually ruins my own career, so I can at least go, okay, I can blame myself. I can kick my own self in the ass. Not going like, oh, I'm about to motherfuck this person. So that's the hard part. Like, I don't like posting anything. I like to post like funny videos and stuff like that on my Facebook, because I love social media for the funny videos. Oh my God. I can get lost in TikTok just going through all the shit that's funny in there.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But no, I am on Instagram, Anthony Creek, and I am on Facebook as Anthony Creek. There are a couple profiles of me, but the newest one is you get the point. Everyone knows where the mutual people are, so.
Absolutely. Well, I thank you so much, Anthony, for joining me tonight.
Yes. Thank you for having me. Oh my God, we're gonna have to jump on again, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll definitely have to do another interview, and definitely get you some acting gigs as well lined up. Yeah.
I don't have really anything lined up now. Maybe in the future. Have no clue, but I'm definitely trying now, because I will say big shout out to Lydia Manson. Oh my God, she helped me out, because she told me like a website to go to and someone to talk to that she knows in Hamburg. So that helps me out a lot more to actually get something. It's hard to get roles. It really is.
It really is, and I can reach out to a couple of people that I know that are looking for parts, and I can see if they're interested in having you a part of them, and give you their contact, and I can give you some websites as well. I know Actors Access is a good one, Backstage. So there's a couple of
sites that's what she told me.
Yep, absolutely. Well, I thank you so much, buddy, and you have a great rest of your night.
Yes, you too. Thank you for having me.
Yep, bye.